Good morning, guys, and welcome back to T2SMC Reader. How are you all? Hope everyone is doing good. And of course, if you can hear me, let me know that before we go further more. Hisam, hello, brother. Tamimi, good morning, brother. Can you guys hear me? Should be okay. Okay. Okay, Hisam, yes. Okay, you guys can hear me. Thank you so much. However, how was trading yesterday? I mean, Tamimi, did you take any trade or Hisam? Any of you did any take any trade yesterday? Did you trade anything yesterday? I'm really curious to know how did you guys do yesterday because the price action was disaster. Yesterday's price action was simply disaster. Hmm. So you took. Did you get the profit by the way? Hey SSSSS, how are you, brother? I mean, bad day for me. Okay. Yeah, the price action was disaster to me actually. Yes, short win $1,000. Congratulations, Hisam, for your winning, brother. So you did well. But to me, the price action was really so bad. I mean, yeah, I have done some trading and got a lot of profit, but around the PM session while the FOMC happened, oh man, I was just watching the market, the wild market, and it was like, what the hell is happening over there? Good morning, Daniel. Any of you were here? Did you take any trade yesterday? And if yes, how did you do? I mean, was it good? Was it bad? How was the trading yesterday, Daniel? By the way, guys, I can see some of you are watching. Don't forget to push the like button, subscribe to our channel if there is anyone who is new. Let's see. Some other comment is expecting. No one? Okay, 16 people are watching. None of you has taken any trade yesterday. Unbelievable. Usually this doesn't happen. Even if it was a hard day, you guys should try try. Okay, how can you let the market go without trading? Seriously? Wild week. Okay. Yes, is bit bearish. Unbelievable. Okay. No worries. No trades. Playing it safe. That's good. That's good. Yeah. It was FOMC should not try to trade anything around the news, and of course before the news, that means around the AM session. This is the low from the weekly chart. This is the high. This is the 50%. This is the 6 on 8 level. Now this market has failed to touch this 50%, even though it has traded this bullish fair value gap from the weekly chart. I'm gonna actually make it a bit deeper. So it has traded this bullish gap, including this volume imbalance over here. This candle closed, this candle open. There is a small volume imbalance. You can say new weak opening gap around that area. However, this was really unexpected. The market actually retraced from there, failed to touch the 50%. How can I think that it's gonna be reverse again, except thinking this 50% is going to be traded? Difficult decision. That was really something I didn't expect. I was thinking this will tap to this line and then it will go higher. I mean, if it would love to go higher, it can go higher. But after trading the 50% of this dealing range high and low 50%, after trading this, maybe the market will go higher. But it didn't actually happen. Instead of that, it is respecting this bullish gap. Not happy to see that, by the way. From the daily chart, today's candle just open, started to go higher, no wick at all. I even can't think that this market will fall again to take this low. I can't think like that way. However, maybe it will happen. I don't know. Extremely bearish. So far, there is no bullishness. Okay, I had some sell side liquidity around that area. This low and that low, relatively equal lows. This sell side liquidity has cleared. This sell side has been cleared over here. Trade this weekly bullish gap and retracing from there. I have this buy side liquidity, this trend line liquidity, and this hourly gap. Above this hourly gap, I have this buy side liquidity as well. So that is the buy side liquidity. This is also the buy side liquidity. So I'm gonna mark it as a buy side liquidity as well. Not going for every single swing high. Overall, I'm just watching this buy side liquidity. This is that hourly gap, not the last gap, but some sort of gap is over here. I'm gonna keep it as my hourly gap. Okay. So below this buy side liquidity, I have a small gap over here. Right now, not watching it. Just we'll see if it can reach over here. Fall, lowest down close body close candle, order block, weekly chart, weekly fair value gap, hourly order block, daily fair value gap, 50-minute order block, 4 hour fair value gap, 30-minute order block, 1 hour fair value gap. For 1 hour, it's good to look for like 5-minute chart, maximum 5 to 3, something like that. However, 50-minute fair value gap, 1 minute order block. 5-minute order fair value gap, 30-second order block. 1 minute fair value gap, 15-second order block. Time alignment. Okay, so one time frame is actually connected with other time frame. This is that weekly gap, hourly order block has been traded, retracing from there. However, this is really so weird. Does it really would love to go for this hourly gap? We'll see that. 15-minute chart, I have this gap. So I'm gonna mark both of these gap. If it reach to this last gap, I'll just keep that last gap over there. So I'm gonna make a line over here. So this candle high, this candle low. There's a small gap. I'm just gonna add both of this gap. This high has cleared over here with a shallow run, which is an obvious liquidity, of course, unfinished business. So market didn't finish the business over here. But that was wild. To be honest, that was wild. So sell side has been cleared. After clearing the sell side liquidity, does it really interested to target this buy side liquidity? And eventually this hourly gaps, which I'm going to completely mark it from here to here. I'm gonna mark it 15-minute gap. So these two gap I'll watch. Can the market go over here? No worries. We'll see that. Low, low to high, 6 on 8 level. Reacted from there. I mean, came from here to here, which is I think also the 50% of these dealing range. I'm not going to mark it because market has already started to go higher, so I don't need to mark that. But I think it has traded the 50%, retraced from the 50% from here to here. Yeah, 50% has been traded and then retest from the 50% to this dealing range 56 on 8 level, went higher, cleared this buy side liquidity. So this is some kind of obvious low to think about more fall. If this market fall and take this low, it has a high probability to keep falling, maybe until this 1.6 on 8 level. This is high probability, by the way. Otherwise, if it can go through this zone around that area, it has a probability to go for this buy side liquidity and for this 50-minute fair value gap. Buy side liquidity is here also. It can be targeted. Mm, I'm also going to mark this gap over here, which is the new week opening gap. Gonna keep this gap over there. So this is the new week opening gap. I don't have any buy side liquidity near to the market. I don't have any sell side liquidity near to the market, except this obvious liquidity over here. No relatively equal highs. But eventually this high can be the target. Market can go through this. No chasing market. So if I really wanted to take the buy, I should try to take the buy from here, not actually from here. If I would love to try to take the buy from here, it's called like chasing the market. I'm not interested to chase the market. I wanna show you something around that area from yesterday's price action. If you are with me in our Discord group, you have seen that I have taken the buy. First, I took the buy from this order block, that order block. Unfortunately, that didn't work yesterday. This is yesterday's price action I'm talking about. So I took the buy here somewhere and got stopped out there. So nearly 29 handle, I got stopped out around that area. My target was this obvious liquidity, this high and that high. They're the relatively equal highs here. Okay, that was the buy side liquidity. That was my target. Buy side liquidity around that area. Why from here? Because from here 50 minutes there is a fair value gap. So I was expecting the market to reverse from that area and it will go for this buy side liquidity around that area. Unfortunately, that didn't work. And when this candle, actually not this candle, when this candle appeared on the chart, I started to take re-entry around that area. So my entry was kind of like there was a this this candle open. I think when it touched it, I entered, or maybe a bit before, because I was afraid that market will never give me the opportunity. So I added, like I started with one micro contract, something like that. Stop loss was here somewhere 21 handle. I started with one micro contract, keep adding, keep adding, keep adding, and then finally hold the trade until this buy side liquidity closed the trade around that area, around that area. My interest to show you that when this run happened and then it started to fall, I was never afraid. I was just watching how far it can fall. This low, this high over here, 50% with this last parallel gap inversed way, that gap over here as inversed way. So yeah, I trailed my stop loss just below this 50%. So I got stopped out here. I had one micro contract left out of 8 micro contract, cleared a lot of partial over there. You have seen already, right? Lot of execution. There was just two trade. First trade didn't work. That was a losing trade, 3 micro contract. Next trade, I keep adding, something like that. So I got stopped out here some. Then when it come back again to tap to this gap, I started to add more over there. And then like I think 5 micro contract I added over there. All of this fall, up, fall, up, fall. Like this way, I was just adding. And my stop loss was just below this 6 on 8 level. I think 2 to 3 handles, something like that. That was the stop loss. My entry point eventually moved from here to until there. So I had a very small risk. I think like 13 handles, something like that. 13 to 14 handles stop loss was. But my contract size was nearly 14 handles, something like that. 14 micro contracts, something like that. So then it started to go higher. I added more here to this specific gap around that area. So I added more over there to this candle, and then finally keep taking the parcel and close the trade above this buy side liquidity. Later I have seen that this market has actually moved a lot, like moved a lot. I was thinking if I could trading, maybe I could keep making money because my interest only for this buy side liquidity. Whereas that this high, that high, that there are the relatively equal high. So this was the expectation that market is going to take. Even if it fail to take this on, I'll eventually will be so much profitable because that was the last fair value gap. I'll make sure that all of my profit has closed over there to this last fair value gap here on the 1 minute chart below this buy side liquidity this high, that high relatively equal highs below this. This was the last fair value gap. So actually this market came here to this last gap, trade this last gap over here, and then from there this was the FOMC time. So 2 p.m. I think here was the 2 p.m. Yeah, that is the 2 p.m. candle. Then fall to 30, sent the market higher again. Then this big fall happened. I was watching this market here around that area. Like I was not here in front of my chart around 2 p.m. So I came around that area when the market was going higher. And I was expecting this buy side liquidity is going to be taken. Market is going to trade this new week opening gap. Not interested to go for any trade. And then this started to happen. Like this was really disaster. I don't know how many actually got stopped out here and got like, I mean, blow your account, but that was really disaster. Some of you will say, "Oh man, this is so beautiful." No, this is not so beautiful. This is called falling knife. Never ever try to catch this type of falling knife. If you ever try to catch this falling knife, you will must regret. You will must regret. So that was the thing here. It came here, retraced 50%, went higher, cleared this buy side liquidity. Eventually, it has actually cleared all of this buy side liquidity here as well, like this buy side liquidities, and finally trade this last gap. After that, this fall happened, came to this sell side liquidity here. That from the hourly chart, I just showed you that sell side has been cleared. Trade this weekly bullish fair value gap. I was really interested to see this 50% of the huge dealing dance is going to be traded. Market didn't do that, really unexpected. And then 6 p.m. market open. There is the new day opening gap. Go higher. Like I'm seeing this market is just simply keep going higher, keep going higher. And right now this market is around that area. So I want to see what is happening from the beginning one more time. From the weekly chart, from the low to the high, 50% never been traded. Not happy to see that. That's why I'm just going to mark it and I'm gonna keep it in my mind that it has an opportunity to fall one more time to trade the 50% of this dealing range. Okay, so 50% of this dealing range, I'm going to remove it for now. So far, it has traded this weekly bullish fair value gap and retracing from there. Some retracement is acceptable. Daily chart, if you watch the candle size, this is already average to range. Okay, ATR. The ATR has already been met. So if you look, compare all the daily candle, this candle has already moved like whatever it needs to move, it has already moved all of them. So here to here, it's 700 handles, something like that. Not expecting some big move for the rest of the day. I want to see this market to stay above the 50% of this candle, 50% above that, and then can go a bit higher, just a bit higher, then fall again until the 50% because the ATR. Okay, so ATR has already been met. Average true range has already been met. Okay, so not going to think that it's going to fall again and take this low to make a week over there. It can do that. There is nothing wrong with that, but I'm not thinking like this is going to happen over here. From the 4 hour chart, it's bit bullish, not interested about the 4 hour chart. From the hourly chart, interested to see this buy side liquidity. Next target because the extreme sell side has been cleared. This sell side liquidities over here, they have been cleared and market never built another buy side liquidity. Sorry, another sell side liquidity. So the sell side has been cleared over here and then started to retrace. I think it will target this buy side liquidity. No chasing market is valid. So I can't chase the market. I have to wait for some kind of retracement. In other words, market fall, take the liquidity, market structure shift around in that area. So interested to see the fall at first. It should fall at first until that level, which is also the 50% of this line. This is the low of the candle. This is the high of the candle. Okay, so this is the 50% of this candle. ATR has already been made. So I'm expecting this market will come until the 50% of this daily candle. Then it will start to target this buy side liquidity. Never going to take it by today. maybe tomorrow is gonna be also the target for this buy side liquidity, something like that. But if it doesn't retrace at first, I'm not able to take any short of buy. So if you ask me, I prefer to take sell at first before taking the buy. From 15-minute chart, here is the 15-minute entry gap that is so far is respecting. So expecting some sort of retracement from here, from this 15-minute gap. I would love to keep this gap as well over here because it can simply reach until the last fair value gap from the 15-minute chart before falling. So I'm going to keep this gap as well as my last fair value gap. So if it really come here, then want to retrace, that is also acceptable. But I need the fall at first before going higher. From 1 minute chart, see this sell side liquidity could be the target. And do I have another? Yep, I have another sell side liquidity here. I don't need to mark that right now because if it fall from here to here, it's more than enough for being profitable. Like here to here, it's 139 handle, more than enough for being profitable. So I highly appreciate if the market fall at first, then go higher. If I go to the regular trading hour, you can see the market has closed here. Right now, the market is around there. Okay, so that's gonna be a huge regular trading hour opening gap. Market is to open gap up, everyone will start to think, okay, so market is going for this resistance, market will start to fall, maybe the 50% of this or regular trading or opening gap, then start to go higher. That is my expectation. Before falling, the only thing it can do, it can reach to this last fair value gap. So any short, kind of short right now from here, I'm going to go for that. If it doesn't fall from there and I'm seeing this market is bullish, I'll wait until this market to come to this last gap, then we'll start to look for sell from that gap. No buy is simply valid to me. Sell, I can let it go, but I should not do that. But buy is not valid if there is no retracement. So I need the retracement at first before going for any sort of buy. Overall, I'm thinking this buy side liquidity is going to be the target, not by today, maybe tomorrow. But today, it will go toward that buy side liquidity. So let's stay here a bit more because market is now going to open within 2 minutes. It's going to open. In the meantime, I want to show you something about the lucid trading. They have introduced this lucid daily. Okay, so this is the daily payout. Really so awesome. Okay, you have to choose intraday, end of the day. So kind of end of the day, daily loss limit one. I have to one it. Okay, so $1,200 is gonna be the daily loss limit. You are going to get like $115. If you use the code T2 Wizard, you are going to get like 30% discount. This is the 50K day level. The only problem is when you will be in funded account, the until the buffer, okay, until the buffer, that means $2,000, you have to face the intraday drawdown. But this is daily payout, no payout cap over there. You can simply make $5,000 in a day, $15,000 in a day. You can payout, get the payout immediately. Like it is really awesome. I was really expecting this happen to daily. I mean, for the Lucid account, if you use the code T2 Wizard, you will get that opportunity to get that 30% discount for Lucid daily. I really prefer to go for this Lucid daily. So my next account, I'll try to buy this Lucid daily. And yeah, that's all. Yes, please don't forget to push the like button. Subscribe to our channel if any of you are new over here. Yo, bro, how are you? I'm cool, man. Thanks for asking. Okay, so market opened here. The first job is to mark regular trading hour opening gap. That is the first job you will do every single day around 9:30. So market open, you will mark that on. Okay. Any sort of sell, I'm gonna go for that sell. Any kind of sell, I'm gonna take that sell. So I found the sell already. This is the market structure shift. If it shift this low, I'll get my market structure. If this low is shifted, still now it didn't shift. I need market structure shift fair value gap to take the sell. Otherwise, if it isn't interested to go higher to trade the last fair value gap from 15 minutes chart, I don't know why here. So if it really would love to trade this last gap, I'll wait for this market to go until here, then we'll start to look for sell. Otherwise, I'll just look for the sell from here. Whenever it will give me the selling opportunity, I'm gonna take that sell. My first target is this sell side liquidity, and then if it really can keep falling until the 50% area, around that area, I'll look for that as well. Yesterday was a good day for me. Some days are really bad. Like if you guys remember on Tuesday, I was just saying, man, I'm not feeling so much confident on Tuesday, and I end up with like $100 loss. Even though like I was in profit at first, but later I keep trading, and then I end up with $100 loss. That is the trading from yesterday, 1778 dollars. It was really a good day for me. But around the morning session, no, I didn't see anything over there. I just trade the lunch hour. Any kind of sell is a valid sell to me. I'll look for that sell. Otherwise, I'll let the market go until this last gap to take the sell from that area. If we do the consolidation, nothing going to do, nothing going to happen. Maybe I'll keep waiting. Now again, guys, like sometimes what happens around the morning session, there is no trading opportunity. Around the PM session, there is a beautiful opportunity, or maybe around the lunch hour. As I'm doing the live stream around the morning session, most of the time I eventually end up with forcing the trade because I'm in live. So I think like I have to frame a trade, something like that way. But if you're really been wanna be a good trader, you always remember that if there is no good setup, you should not go for that trade. You don't need to force the market. The whole day is in front of you. You don't need to force the market. Good morning, Uchuk. Sujivan, good morning, brother. Hey, Chatur, good morning. Dio, I took yesterday. Jesse Posada, was it, green or red, brother? Okay, so finally I have found the 22 YT model, market structure shift. I'll just see if there is any fair value gap. If there is any fair value gap, I'm going to take this sell. I just don't know how much is going to be the stop loss. Not big. And my target is this sell side liquidity over here. Gonna put my stop loss just above that candle. I don't care if even if it doesn't work, I'll just go for the trade. If there is a gap, okay, there is no gap, so there is no trade. There was no gap, there is no trade. I'm gonna let this market to go. Maybe it will fall right now. I don't care. Not going to take the sell because there is no fair value gap. If it really come here, I'll start to look for sell from there. It will come, it will fall from there without the setup. I'll let them fall, go without taking any trade. But you're good to go to take buy or sell anything. I'm only interested to look for the sell. No buy is valid to me as long as there is no retracement. Not going to chase the market. When it is falling knife, don't touch it. When it is going to sky, don't touch the market. That's all. Good morning, Sharada. How are you, sir? If you guys find any setup, obviously don't hesitate to let me know. I'm only interested to take the sell. It doesn't mean that you can't frame the buy. If you see the buy, let me know that. Yesterday I was even, but did some profit, one TP, one stop loss. Okay, so you are at break even. Volatile market. Try to trading 1 minute. Sorry, one with try to trade with minimum my contract. Is that really volatile? I don't think so. No, man, it's not volatile. Like 50 handle only. Now these days, 50, 60 handle is not volatile. Like if it is 100 handle, 90 handle, 70 handle, then it's bit volatile. I'm letting this buy go now without touching this market. We'll wait for this market to come to this last parallel gap from 15 minute chart. Then we'll start to look for sell again from that area. So it is going higher. I'm gonna let this go. without touching it. Okay, but you don't need to follow this. Maybe you will find a setup over here. You'll take the trade. Please go for it. I will wait for sell only, either from this gap or from here, anywhere. Okay. The problem is I can't frame the cell from there. That is the only problem. So, for example, there is a cell setup over here. I won't be able to take that cell from there because this is the no man's land. There is nothing I can use to take the cell. So either it has to come here, then fall, or maybe I'll miss the cell as well. But it's good, I think. Sitting my hand until I see something beautiful to trade. Obviously, don't forget to let me know that. Obviously, don't forget, okay? Yes, every single one of you, please don't forget to let me know if you see something very good. Please let me know that. Even if you enter and then let me know, it's good. But I really would love to see something good from you guys. If I don't rush, I believe that I will end up with green PA, okay? Green summary. Account summary will be green. If I don't force the market, if I don't rush, because the market is really easy sometimes to read, sometimes very difficult to read. Like right now, it's very easy to read. Very easy. Why? Because I know I have my one side run, right? So it's very easy for me to read the market right now. But sometimes it's really so difficult. And when it is difficult and we force the market, it's gonna be a disaster. What is in my mind right now? Yeah, I'm watching this order block around that area. It is holding the market and maybe it is going to send the market here. Maybe. I'm not going to take this buy from this order block. I'm gonna sacrifice this trade. For example, I can do this thing, okay? From here to maybe until there, okay? 32 handle, I'm gonna try with two micro contract for there. It's called gambling. I'm not interested to force the market over here to reach over there. It doesn't need to reach over there. It need to give me the retracement at first. Then it can start to go higher. So I'm not going to force the market to give me the entry. If I take this buy, it's gonna be a forcing market. Do I need to force the market? I don't need to force the market. Is this a good word block? This is one of the best word block. Why? This 15-minute gap has been broken. 1 minute liquidity has been taken. This parabolic cap has been traded over here by this down close body close candle. So this candle is referring to the top of this 15-minute bearish gap. It should respect this high and then send the market until there. I'm not interested to force the market to to give me this entry. Okay, this is something like called don't force the market. Instead of that, let that go. Wait for the opportunity, next opportunity, when it is going to go according to your direction. So I need the retracement. I'll wait for the retracement. I'll first let the market to reach until here. Then we'll look for the sell. The only problem is if it started to fall from here, I'll miss the sell. Like I'll miss the sell. Maybe. Okay. But I'm really believing this order block right now to see to send the market until the last fair will go from 15-minute chart. Let me see if I have anything. Maybe a bit higher of this 50-minute gap. There is a gap here as well. But we'll see. This is not something you should trade around that area. This is not something you should trade. However, I think I just close the regular trading or opening gap. Unfortunately, I'm gonna mark it one more time. This is the regular trading or opening gap. So I'm gonna keep them as well. And my target is this 50%, at least the upper quadrant. From here to upper quadrant, okay? At least. The only problem is if it fall from there, I won't be able to take that sell. I'll just sacrifice that sell without taking any trade from there. Sit on your hand, wait for the setup. Look, this is something we are avoiding. Yeah, you know that maybe this will work as an order block, it will come here. No need to take that pressure. Let this go. Don't touch it. Otherwise, if you're really interested, you can go for that order block. It's up to you, man. High resistance liquidity run now. Every 1 minute candle is overlapping previous candle. Yeah, this is something like high resistance liquidity run. I agree with you, brother. So no need to take the risk over here. Let the market decide first what it wants to do. And you know what is going to happen. When the market will fall and take this sell side liquidity, at least the upper quadrant will be traded or the 50% of the regular trading hour will be traded. It's going to be on hindsight, right? Because it didn't still happen, but I'm telling you what is going to happen. So you have to wait for this thing to happen. I'm not saying it is going to happen, but I'm expecting this is going to happen. But when it is happening and you are hesitating because this is an extremely bullish market, you didn't take that sell, then you will start to judge the market from there. That's called a real loss. Okay, don't do that. Find the sell, go for it. Find the buy, go for it. I don't care as long as it's like low leverage, not high leverage, and you're not taking a 100 handle stop loss. There is a good setup according to your understanding, and you're going to take that trade because you're expecting this market is going there. Just go for it. Don't hesitate. Simply push the button. If it is a losing trade, you're not going to get a huge loss, maybe $200, $300, something like that, because you're not going to go with the high leverage. If it works so beautifully, like do this, walk away because you are already profitable. Let me see how much actually it has provided from the order block. That was a huge amount, like here to here. 75 handle. That's good. Why did you take this buy? As I told you, I don't need to force the market. I know what is going to happen next. It will come to this last gap. Now I'm interested to look for a sell from there. I'm going to remove this gap because I don't need this gap anymore as the market has traded this last gap. I don't need that gap anymore. This is the last gap. Yeah, it can be violated a bit because there is a gap from the 1 minute chart. Maybe it will go for this 1 minute gap to be traded. But any short of sell right now is an high probable selling opportunity for me for this sell side liquidity, upper quadrant, 50% of the regular trading hour, opening gap. It will keep going higher. I'm not going to touch it. I'll just keep watching every single bearish period to take a sell. There was a relatively equal highs that has been also cleared. Trade the 50-minute last fair value gap. Can it start to fall? Again, it can go a bit higher. Why? Because I have some gaps from the 1 minute chart here. Okay, so this gap and that gap, they can be traded. So from 15-minute chart, it will be just a week that has traded those gaps, and then it will start to fall. Fake breakout is also acceptable. It will keep going higher. For this buy side liquidity, not going to touch it. I'll wait for this buy side to be cleared. Then we'll start to look for sell again. Some retracement. I'll wait for that again. If you want to take the buy, look where you are trying to take the buy. This is the daily candle. This candle came from here to here, right? This is the regular trading or opening gap high. High. So you are trying to take the buy here around that area, targeting previous day high. Does it make any sense to you? Maybe, but to me, no, it doesn't make any sense to me. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to mark this to gap from 1 minute chart, extend it to my right, and I'm gonna keep a line over. Okay, this is the 50%, which is actually the last fair value gap from 1 minute chart. Good morning, Titu. How are you? Hey, Jamil. Bom dia, muito bem, obrigado, tudo bem? We might have our first presented fair value gap now. I think we have the first presented gap here already. 9:30 to 10, Judas swing. I'm gonna let this Judas swing to go. Again, if it take this buy side liquidity, I'm gonna let all the buy side to be taken, and then we'll wait for the sell. Watch this market yesterday. Okay. So yeah, this is the 9:30 around that area. Okay. So market fall, 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 fall until here it fall. Then I started to take the buy from there. So I let all the fall go. I didn't touch it. Yeah, maybe if I were here in my life, maybe I would, maybe I don't know, maybe I would force some buy here. Maybe I don't know. But to me, I was not in live, so I was not in rush to take a trade. I waited for the opportunity, last opportunity here. Yeah, at the beginning I took a loss because I was expecting this to work as a water block, but it didn't work. Instead of that, this candle worked as a water block. So one loss, nearly 200 handle, something like that, and one profit for nearly 1700, 1800, something like that. So it came to the 1 minute last fair value gap. I'm gonna mark that last fair value gap over here. Any kind of order block is valid for me to take the sell right now. If this candle close below this candle, I'm gonna take the sell from this candle. If this candle close above this candle, for example, it closed here somewhere, then I'm gonna mark this low, and then if it overlapped, I'm gonna take the sell from this candle. For now, I'm going to frame my first trade for today. If it close below this, I'm gonna take the sell from this candle. This is called the change in state of delivery. I just need to see how much is going to be the order block, my risk. Okay. So 33 handle is good. Yeah, 33 handle is good. If it doesn't close below, I'm not going to take this trade. This is so scary, right? Remember, if it doesn't close, keep going higher. I'm gonna not going to touch it. However, this candle doesn't look good to me, so I'll watch. Still, I will watch these two consecutive candle as my order block, even though it has closed above this candle. But I will watch both of them. Both of them. This is the last line for fall. If it doesn't fall from here, maybe this buy side liquidity is going to be the next target. I'm not going to touch this. If it doesn't fall from here, I'm not also going to take any sort of sell as long as this buy side is not going to be cleared. I think so. It's going to build that. So I'm gonna remove it. I'm gonna let the market to go to clear the buy side liquidity. NQ has moved up by more than 800 handle 6 p.m. open yesterday. Wow. Don't try to chase the market. Please don't do that. Wait for the retracement. Even if you don't want to take the retracement, it's okay. You are thinking this buy side is going to be taken. So you are going to take the buy. Wait for the retracement at first, then take the buy. Without retracement, don't take the buy. Okay. This is the obvious liquidity. If you guys remember, the obvious liquidity is over here. From this high has cleared over here from 15-minute chart with a shallow run. There's that obvious liquidity. This is that extreme high over here. The extreme high, in other words, the buy side liquidity, this high and that high. So we'll see. I'm gonna remove this one. Last parabolic gap is not important at all. Wanna see from this candle if I have any gap. This is the last fair value gap before this high over here. I really don't know that should I use this order block because the stop loss is gonna be a bit bigger. 72 handle. Even if I put it here, that's gonna be 52 handle. If I try to take the entry from the opening of this candle, that is valid. So if this low is going to be shifted, that means this body is going to close below this. I'll try to take an entry from the opening. I can miss the trade, okay? I can miss the trade. And if you're watching this as an inverse gap, please try to take this from this inverse gap. It's not my inversion fair value gap. I'm not going to take the sell from this gap. I have no way to use this gap as my inverse gap. But if you think this is the inverse gap and it's going to retrace from there, you can take the sell. Otherwise, if you're thinking this is going to take this buy side liquidity, which is the extreme buy side liquidity, you can try to take the buy as well. I'm not going to do anything around that area as long as it's not going to give me the sell. However, if there is any 22 bear model, of course, I'll take that bear model as well. That is more confident entry. Just all I'm not going to do, I'm not going to use this inversion parabolic gap to take the sell. Gap up, market is going higher. Every single person is taking buy over here. I'm not interested to join with them. This is my last line for the fall. If it doesn't fall from here, no more sell is valid as long as this extreme high is not going to be cleared. And after even clearing that high, I won't be able to take sell because market has to reach until the next bearish period from 15 minutes. That is too far. So this should be the line where I'm going to get the retracement. That should be the line before clearing this one. Otherwise, no trade for me. If it doesn't fall from this gap, I'm not going to take any trade. Just not going to chase the market, not going to take the buy. That's all. has to fall from here. You have to fall from here. If you don't fall, I'm not able to take any trade today. However, guys, this is the order block right now because this is the highest up close body close candle. I'm just a bit afraid of this reclaimed gap in worst way. So even if it close below this candle, I mean, I'm not going to take the sell. I will wait for this market to close below this gap before taking the sell. Otherwise, market will keep going higher. Not interested to take it. Okay, one candle has closed above the last gap. The very next candle has closed inside this last gap. It is called the fake breakout. It is acceptable. Sometimes fake breakout happened. I don't care about this fake breakout. Just one candle close, another body has closed inside this gap. The fake breakout. I just need the fall right now. If it doesn't, I think I will have no other opportunity to take sell today. Buy is not valid at all, by the way, but sell is also gonna be very difficult. 1 minute to go before the 10 a.m. So let's see if it is the Judas swing and then the market fall or not. Or does it really would love to take that buy side liquidity over there? So the fake breakout has been broken by this candle close. It's broken already. It has no other intention to hold the market, send it lower. So sending it higher. Body didn't close below the CE instead of that. So going to take this buy side liquidity. I have to let this go. This gap doesn't have any value anymore. Man, what you are doing, you're going to let everything go. While I'm doing here, I'm not going to try to take the buy while the market is here around that. I'm not interested to take the buy over here. So maybe the previous day high will be taken, but today's Thursday, right? Previous day high is taken means market will keep falling. I'm sorry, keep going higher. Okay. 10 a.m. candle. Let that buy side to be taken. This market, okay. Previous day high and hourly CV is close. Let's see. Sometimes we have to wait, okay? We have to wait. Like, for example, if this market could fall at first, we would be able to catch this buy. But as the market opened and didn't fall at all, instead of that, just keep going higher. We let the market go. We don't want to chase the market. We need the retracement, then take the buy. It opened, started to go higher. Not interested to catch that buy. Even though our expectation was bullish, but still we are not able to take the buy. Chasing market is a very bad habit. Look at the hourly candles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last 6 hour it is bullish. This is the seventh number candle, which is also like going to be a bull candle, I guess. So 7, 8 candle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 candle is going to be a bull candle. Absolutely good. No worries. It never ever possible to go like this way. It has to go like that way. I'm interested to catch this over here. No sell is valid. This is the random level. Have nothing over here. Actually, I have this gap, but not interested to take the sell. Not going to take any sell, even if there is any setup. Man. However, guys, did you get any trade by the way? Marquis, new day opening gap, July 27 being traded. We almost, well, almost. Okay, didn't trade yet? Almost. Who got a trade by the way? And congratulations to you to get that boom if you really got a trade around that area. I'm really so confused now because that last gap is holding the market and the price action is over here is disaster. Like there is no clean order block, there is nothing. So I'm really afraid to go for any kind of sell right now. And if I don't take the sell, I really will have no other opportunity to take the sell. Simply no other opportunity as long as it's not going to go for the new week opening gap, which is nearly a 100 handle above the market right now. So I'm really confused. What should I do? I'm still waiting for a trade like you, brother. Okay, so you are waiting for me. Right now, I have two opportunity here. First, I have to force the market. If I don't force the market from there, I have to wait for this market to come here to look for a sell again. So what should I do? I mean, to be honest, this candle is a valid order block. So if it closed below this candle, it's a valid order block. I'm just afraid because it takes like it's so many candles over here. One, two, three, four. So almost four candle. I prefer the order block immediately. So you can see here, this candle has validated this order block. This candle tapped to this order block. Now it's falling. Again, I'm really so afraid to go for a trade from this order block. Actually, the stop loss was very small. 100 handle could be a good target. Uh, Still, this is what it is. Not so confident, so not going to take any trade. Or I should try. Or I should try. Or should I try? Should I try? The water block doesn't look good to me, okay? That is the only problem. I'm not thinking about this cell. You remember this candle here? If it was like this type of candle here, an immediate water block like this candle has overlapped by this candle immediately. I'm so much confident to use this type of candle to as an water. Yeah, it has a long wick, but the body is so genuine here. So it's called the evening star or something like that. I think I'm missing the trade. Yeah, it's good, man. That doesn't look good to me. So I didn't take the trade from that water block. Yeah, it was not a good order block, to be honest, brother. I took two entries, one loss, one win. If you are already profitable, stop trading. I'm waiting for market structure shift. I don't think so. You will get the market structure shift from the 1 minute last gap. 1 minute last gap usually give you the order block, and 15-minute last gap give you the 22 model most of the time. Okay. However, I can be wrong. This order block doesn't really good to me. Okay, that's why I was not going to take this trade. Okay. Risk cost 23 handle only. Let it go. Next train will come. I'll catch the next train. But that was overall an idea. Okay. So if it was a good candle, I mean, good order block, like this type of order block, I would simply go for the trade because I know this is my last opportunity. If I can't take the sell here, I have to wait for this market to come here to take the sell. Otherwise, I will have no other opportunities. But it really doesn't look good to me. Like immediately order block is acceptable, but it didn't do that. So I didn't take the trade. That's cool, man. It's cool. No other sale is valid over here. You can take it if you want. Like maybe you will use this gap or that gap to take the sell. You're welcome to go. But if you take it, make sure you have taken some partial below this low because this is the most obvious low need to be taken before this market go higher again. At least this low, okay? So yeah, you can chase the market, but as I miss this trade, I'm not going to chase it from here. I took sell wizard. Thanks. Hey Joy, congratulations for your boom, brother. But I can see the word block master Marquis also agree with me. That's not a good word block. Yeah, it worked, but it was not a good word block. Doesn't look good, okay? At least to me. The idea was good, everything was good, except the word block was not good. But you have seen that we let all the market go, then waited for the beautiful opportunity to take the sell. from every single PDRA. And eventually, the last PDRA before the buy side liquidities sent the market lower. Unfortunately, build a bad order block. Unfortunately, okay. Again, guys, if any of you are interested to take entry from any of this gap, you have to take the partial below this low because this is the most obvious low that need to be taken before this market go higher. So if you don't take the partial over here, if you are already in a trade, or if you don't close the trade over here, you'll regret. I don't prefer to chase the market as I missed it at the beginning. I'm not interested to take any trade from here. But if any of you really go for the trade, you can simply take the partial over there. Just make sure you have taken the partial below this line. Maybe it will fall here, okay? Maybe it will take this sell side liquid. I don't give a shit. But this low is the most obvious low that needs to be taken before this market go higher again. So make sure you are safe. You are in safe zone. I don't prefer to chase the market, but if you chase the market, either way, this is still a bullish market. Don't worry, it's making a 15-minute bullish gap. So that's why it's doing all of these dances. I don't think so. It will go higher and take this buy side liquidity right now. There's just 1 minute left before the 50-minute candle close. So when the 50-minute candle will close, this low will be the 50-minute bullish fair value gap low high. Then it will take this low, trade this gap, take this low. This low has to be taken. After clearing this low, then it can start to go higher, and we'll try to take that buy. So don't get worried about this two bull candle. Don't start to think that, oh, now it is going to take this. No, 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 no. It is spending the time here to build the 15-minute bullish fair value gap. I think so. I should not say like that way that it is going to do that. But this is how this market work actually. It is spending a bit time to finish the 15-minute candle. Then it will trade the 50-minute bull gap plus this low, very important low. Then it will go higher. Maybe. Or maybe it will keep falling. We'll see that in a moment. I can take a buy, sell from this candle, okay? Absolutely chasing market. That's why I'm not doing that. But I can think about a sell from this candle. This is called confirmation entry. I didn't take the sell from here. I waited for the order block and then I can take the sell from this order block until this low. Something like this. Watch it. Stop loss. Yeah, above this order block is valid, but the safest area is close this gap over here. That gap high to to secure that. Okay. And the low is gonna be the target. A very small run, like 41 handle, something like that, by taking a risk of 35 handle. Not worthy. Just to watch for this candle to close, the very next candle will start to fall. I guess it will do that. Okay, tap to the low of this gap. No, not good. There you go. Now it has closed that gap. Now it can fall. Now it's good. Okay, it stopped. That trade could be a stopped out trade. Wick did the damage. Not going to think it's going to go higher. Wick did the damage. Okay, sometimes Wick did the damage because I just put my stop loss above that gap. For example, if I were in that trade, I'm not going to take this trade, but if I were in that trade, I would cover that gap because that gap need to be traded before falling. However, I'm not taking any trade. I'm just waiting for this market to fall, then go higher. Still, you don't need to worry about this market to go higher. It is going to fall. I think so. To me, still now there is no trade, so I'm waiting. I'm waiting to see if it can trade the bullish gap, then give me a buying opportunity. I'll try to take that buy. Otherwise, if it keep going higher from here, I will have no other opportunity to take the buy. But if it fall to trade this bullish gap, maybe I'll find a buying opportunity from there. Okay, guys, I'm gonna take a sell right now. Okay, if it close below this line, I'm gonna take the sell from that line. If it close below this line, okay. I just don't know it will take me or not. If it doesn't take me, I'm just bad. It's just bad luck. But if it close below this line, I'm gonna take the sell from there. If I'm unlucky, then I will not get the opportunity to enter. Watch it. After seeing this, I'm not thinking about buy. It is not bullish. It is going to take this low. Without taking this low, this high is nearly impossible to be taken. It has to come here to take this low. But I think I'm gonna miss the trade because market is not going to take me. Okay, so yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I don't want to take the sell from the low of this order block. I wanted to take the trade from the opening of this order block. So this order block failed. This was going to hold the market. 2 1 0. Okay, I'm in this trade. From here, stop loss is going to cover the high of this gap. If it doesn't fall, I'm gonna get stopped out with $127. And if it falls, I'm gonna get my boom. This time it should not close above this gap. If I see this gap is broken, I'm gonna simply close the trade. This time it should not be broken. These two gap should not be broken. However, I'm not going to hold the trade until here. I'm gonna take some partial below this low. Okay, that is the 15-minute gap. So I'll try to take some partial below this low, and then I'll try to close my trade below this low. Okay, over there. Watch it, learn it. I'm not going to say this is going to work, but this is a probability for me. So I'm going to take this trade. I'll just close the trade simply if it provide me the opportunity, and if I see this gap is broken, this candle, this line and this line. If it is broken, I'm gonna simply close the trade. What I'm doing here, I'm taking the trade from this order block, high stop close, body close candle from the dealing range 6 on 8 level. So that is the 6 on 8 level, 50% level is respecting. If it doesn't fall, I'm gonna get a very small loss of 21 handle by 3 micro contract. Otherwise, if it fall, which it should do, I'm gonna get the boom. Otherwise, after a big run, it is doing the consolidation. Maybe I'll just simply stop trading around that area until the next opportunity. I'll close the trade. Okay. I'll see. Okay. It actually took me. I didn't need to close it. It took me. Okay. I'll let it go. I'll wait for another opportunity. Not seeking the buy. Not happy. I think it is going to take that buy side liquidity right now because the 618 level is broken, even though it is trading, and also this gap is broken. So I think it's not going to fall and it's going to take this buy side liquidity. I'm not interested to take the buy because my buy is only valid from the 50-minute bullish gap. Otherwise, I can't take the buy. So I'm gonna let this go. I'm just not interested to take the buy. That's all. Still, I'm thinking about a selling opportunity. If I find a sell, I'll go for it. If I don't find it, I'll just simply let the buy go. Yeah. There is a 22 buy model. Some of you are seeing that. Of course, you can go for that buy. But to me, this is not like 50-minute gap has been created over there. It didn't trade that 50-minute gap. I'm not interested to take the buy. That's all. So that 50-minute gap has to be traded. This line, some sort of swing low needs to be taken. There's not even a single swing low has been taken. So if it is really not interested to take the swing low, I'm not interested to take the buy. So I will just started to scalp over here for this line. More importantly, to this bullish gap from 50-minute chart before taking the buy. It didn't do that. Not going to take it. Three micro contract for 21 handle. That is gonna cost me $127. I'm good. Look at this. Exactly this was I was waiting for. Like nobody should close above this gap and then it should start to fall again. Take that low, whatever low it has over there, it has to be taken over there. After that, it will go higher. That was the exact price action I was expecting for NQ. But unfortunately, this gap over here, see this gap and that gap, they're the same gap. But unfortunately, it didn't work and it started to go higher. Really weird. Exactly that was my expectation that I'll just go for the trade and then I'll hold it. Oh, man. That was the exact price action I was expecting here. What can I do if the market doesn't respect the things I was expecting? How strong is this gap? Just look at this. This gap and these two line are the same gap, exactly the same gap. Yeah, eventually maybe it's going to break it because Nasdaq has taken this high, so it has to go for this high now. It's a fake breakout, but yeah, this is also a fake SMT here, like not fake breakout. This is a fake SMT. This is also a fake SMT. I can't take this uh like here. This 50-minute bullish gap, market tap to this 50-minute bullish gap. I needed for this market to trade this bullish gap as well. This candle high, this candle low. This is the 50-minute bullish gap. It will come here. Then I will start to look for buy for this buy set, and finally for this new week opening gap. I'll look for those buys from this 50-minute bullish gap. So what you are seeing here in ES, ES has traded this gap. It should trade the gap, to be honest. Some sort of swing low need to be taken, and then this market start to go higher. It didn't do that. So all of them are broken. Can't do anything as long as it's not coming over here to this gap. Bad luck. I'm not sure how has both. I'm not sure how has both. He's execute on Eval. No, I'm not executed in Eval. It's an funded account, brother. LTF, Lucid Trading funded account, and my loss is 121 and $1. Okay, so it will be there here. Lucid funded account. Yeah, $121. No worries. I'll try to catch some other trade if I find. But again, the logic was here. Market will trade the 50-minute bullish gap, then it will go higher. But market didn't trade the 50-minute bullish gap, even though ES has traded, but it didn't trade. Instead of trading the bullish gap, it simply keep going higher, take the buy sell liquidity. So I have missed the buy as well. Okay. Bad, bad, bad luck. I'll show you something actually. This is the ES, sorry, NQ. This is the NQ, okay? Last few 50-minute candle. This is the YM. This is the ES. Okay, this is the high. That is the high here. NQ has cleared that high. Same high is over here. YM failed to clear this high. ES failed to clear that high. NQ just clearing all the highs. So bad. So bad. So bad. So bad. Bro, please teach me how to trade on 50K account as like you. Make sure you are doing the lowest leverage. So if you take a loss, the loss is gonna be 100, $200 maximum. If you can do that, you will be profitable. You will end up with the payout, man. That's for sure. But if you can't do that, if you go with the over leverage because your target is like $1,000 in a day, most of the time you will end up with the blowing the account. That's all, brother. In this type of market, when it is one-sided, I'm really like keep waiting, keep waiting, keep waiting, and I'll just watch. If I find the opportunity, then I started to go for the trade. Exactly like over here. I wanted to take the sell to come for this area. After that, I want to take the buy. So that is small scalping, then take the buy from a logical level. As it didn't come, my loss is $121. No worries. Still, I have 100, like $300. I can take the risk, man. The only bad thing is I'm gonna let all the buy go. Okay, this whole bullishness, I'm gonna let them go. Even though our target was this buy side liquidity eventually, but we needed the retracement at first. We didn't get that. We are not taking the trade. That's all. I will keep waiting for the selling opportunity again, exactly like yesterday. Took the first buy from here, didn't work, then took the buy here and hold it until there, which is nearly 200 plus handle. So I'll do the same thing here. I tried the first sell. Yeah, I know it was a bit chasing market. I shouldn't go for this trade, but I believe that it will come to the 50-minute bullish cap like here. It has done it, but it didn't do that. So that's the bad luck. Otherwise, it should really trade the 50-minute bullish cap, then go higher. However, that trade didn't work. I'm gonna wait for the next trading opportunity until it is not appearing on the chart. If it doesn't work, no rush. Okay, I'll say okay, a bad day, bad day. I'm gonna stop over there. Come back tomorrow. No sell is valid right now as long as it's not reaching to this low over here. If it reach over here, I'll start to look for next sell. It doesn't need to reach. I mean, reverse from here. It can reverse from there. Anytime it will give me the sell from this new week opening up. I'm gonna take that sell. In other words, 15-minute gap, 15-minute gap, and finally this 250. I really don't think so. It will come over here, but it can. At least this gap from 15-minute chart, I'm interested to look for a sell from there. Some kind of reaction. I let go all the trade. They all worked so beautifully. Remember this word block? I let it go. It has fallen nearly 80 handles, something like that. I let this word block and it has given me like 400 handle, I guess. Then I took this entry from this order. I didn't wait for this market to close below this order block because that was a big candle. I was never be able to take the sell from the low of this candle. So I didn't wait for that. Instead of that, I waited for this candle to close below the opening of this and then took the sell. Unfortunately, that didn't work. We are near to new week opening gap. Of course, man. Yeah, that's the expectation. Bro, my Lucid dashboard is still under review. I submitted my identity 3 days ago. Can you help me to fix it? I have 100% discount code. You have to contact with the support to opening a ticket. Okay, nobody can help you because this is your account. You have to just connect with them. So go to the chat and then start to connect with a human agent. Let him, I mean, explain him everything over there. That what is under review, or just show them the proof that you have already applied for the, like everything, and they will fix it for you, man. We can't help you because their system is a bit different. Today, just one trade, 21 handle loss. It's good. What the hell is this? I really would love to go for one more trade over here with two micro contract. Should I? No. That was an expectation, by the way, because market has built the buy side liquidity here, strongest buy side liquidity. People will start to think that is a very strong resistance zone, and then market will fall, and then it will start to go higher. I was thinking like that way. So I was thinking, okay, if I find something good over there, I'll try to take another sell around that area. But it doesn't seems like it's going to fall, or maybe it will fall. I don't know, but it doesn't look good. no need to take a bit risk over here, even though it's two micro contract. I think it's better to let that go. This type of days is difficult to trade. While you will see that this is the candles from the hourly chart. So from the hourly chart, boom, 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 boom. Will you sell on new week opening gap? I'll try to take the sell from there. No, brother, wait for proper 22. But yeah, man, that was just an expectation because before clearing the extreme high, most of the time market actually fall a bit. Then it actually cleared that high. That was just an expectation. There was no setup, by the way. So, like something like according to the after seeing this again and again, you will see this. Okay, so something like this type of things I was talking about. Like over here, right? This high is the extreme high. So when the market came very near to this high, it will start to retrace from there. Okay, so people will think this is a very strong sell zone, just below the extreme high. Okay, not like this high, this high, this high. No, not like that way. Every single high has cleared over here, and it is called the first fair value gap entry. But there, unfortunately, there is also not any kind of first fair value gap. I have a video about that, the first fair value gap video. I don't know. I added that here or not. Hmm. Yeah, that is the first fair value gap. Here I have explained how we should expect that fall. No market structure shift is needed. All I need just a bare gap over here. If I get that, it's more than enough to get that profit. If I see all the highs has cleared here, okay, this is the extreme high. In this thumbnail, you can see this is the extreme high. Before clearing that extreme high, all other highs are taken. From there, there is a high probability to take the sell. I'm already thinking about that, by the way. See this gap, I should be enter already over here. I think I don't remember exactly that is the logic or not. Do I need another fair value gap? I think this is the gap where I should enter. I just forgot about that. It's been a long time I don't use this first gap logic. But I in my so far I remember I should enter from this gap. Actually, I'm going to do that. I'm a bit late actually. I'm gonna put my stop loss. I think I have to cover the C of this gap. I don't remember exactly where should be my stop loss. So all I'm going to do, I'm gonna put it there, I guess. Yeah, there somewhere. Like not even above this candle. Just going to put my stop loss above this high. I don't exactly remember where I should put the stop loss. Just two micro contract. Okay, if it doesn't work, it's gonna be like 17 handle, 70 handle, something like that loss, I guess. So far I remember if I have this gap, I should enter from that gap. Something like that. Okay, it didn't work. In other word, I have to watch this video one more time. It's been a long time. I don't use this gap. I don't need any gap. I mean, sorry, market structure shift. That's all I remember. And it is only valid if the entry is just below the all time high. I mean, the extreme high. I think that was the logic. Yeah, maybe that was the logic. I don't remember exactly how was that. Two micro contract. I just this is extremely bullish market, and like I really can't trade this type of one-sided market when this is one-sided. I need the fluctuation. Without the fluctuation, I can't trade the market. Like if it is a falling knife, I can't take it. If it is a going higher trade, I don't know how to trade that as well. If I'm not wrong, maybe my stop loss has to be below the 50% above this line. Maybe I don't remember. Oh, sorry, not that one. should be this candle. Yeah. Stop loss, I think it should be above the C of this. Guys, you watch this video, okay? Then you will understand where should be the stop loss. I don't remember exactly where should be my stop loss, but I think above the C of this gap. I'm sorry, of this week. I don't know, something like that. Let's see if it is above this CE, then I'm not wrong. Okay, so I just don't remember exactly, but I think it should be above the CE, the stop loss, and target will be the entry fair value gap. So to this leg from here to here, this is the last gap, this is the entry gap. So my target should be this entry gap. If the entry gap is very near, then until the next swing low should be the target. So if I enter from this gap, stop loss will be above the CE of the week. Okay, that week has cleared all the highs, I think. And then target should be the most recent swing low. That's gonna be the target. Okay, that was something like this. I just don't remember exactly. And the logic is the high can't be taken, and market has to clear all other highs below the extreme high. All other high has to be taken, which is exactly over here. After clearing all other highs, the market will actually fall without the market structure shift. So there should not be any sort of market. There can't be any kind of market structure shift. There will be just a gap, if I'm not mistaken, and I have to enter to that gap. My stop loss has to be above the CE of the week, if I'm not mistaken, and then the market will keep falling. I just don't remember. If you watch this video, no market structure shift needed. First fair value gap entry. If you watch it, no, it's not about the ICT concept. It's my understanding. So if you watch this video, you will be able to catch this type of fall. Okay. So here, I think my stop loss placement was wrong. I should have covered the C. Again, you guys don't judge me beforehand, but watch it. I'm not lying to you. Okay. I just don't remember where I should put my stop loss. Exactly. I just don't remember. But if you watch it, you will be able to catch this type of fall. You have to just watch it very, very in a nice way. It should be very like very specific. Like see here, C has been. I'm just confused. But if I'm not wrong, the CE was the should be covered. So the CE should be covered by my stop loss. And you see the respect over here. That is all is going to happen. And this whole fall you'll be able to catch. It's a very strong setup. However, I have bearish gap here. I will wait for an again some sort of confirmation entry. That means I have the market structure shift, fair value gap, highest up close body close candle, bearish order block will target the 50-minute gap. More importantly, that no, not that swing low because it is more prominent swing low right now. So first I will watch if the market can come here, any of this gap. Then I will wait for a bearish order block. Then I'll go for the trade. There is no bearish order block. There is no trade. I'm not. I also have to watch this video one more time. I forgot it. It's nearly 3 years ago I have uploaded this video. So it's 2 to 3 years now. I don't watch that anymore. No, there is no long. If the market doesn't trade this 50-minute bullish gap, there is no long. This low has to be taken if you would love to take a long. As long as this low is not going to be taken, there is no long valid. So I'm watching if it can build a bearish order block so that I can take a sell. So here, no, not that high. That high, not that high. That high, that low. It has to come here at first, then make the bear order block, then I'll look for the sell. Otherwise, I'm gonna miss this trade. That's a good time. Oh man. I was in a good area, but my stop loss placement was not good. It's good. How much is the loss overall? $200? Seriously? I'd say huge. I didn't expect it's gonna be $200. $200? Seriously, man. Took sell from fair value gap. You took it? Congratulations, brother. I also took it, but unfortunately, my stop loss placement, I was a bit confused about that. I have to just rewatch that video. Again, guys, maybe this market will go higher. Like this way, it will go higher. I don't know. But no buy is valid as long as it's not coming to this line. This low is not going to be taken. There is no buy. Why is that high? Because that is that 50-minute bullish gap. See this bullish gap? At least this bullish gap. So from here, the buy is valid. As long as it's not coming here, no buy is valid. I prefer to take a sell here. It is valid order block, but I'm afraid that it will come to the 50% 618 level, then it will fall. I'm just afraid of that. So I'm not taking the sell as well from that order block. Maybe I'll miss the trade because today, when I don't think to go for a trade, it is working. And when I'm thinking to go for a trade, it's not working. I mean, it's working. This time it worked, but my stop loss placement was bad. Yeah, this time this order block is working so beautifully. Oh man. No worries. I'll let the sell go. I'll look for the buy then. Small gambling. তবু এই দেয়ালের শরীরে যত রং ধুয়ে যাওয়া মানুষ প্রতিহিংসা তো 130 Oh man, today I'm really so unlucky. Whenever I'm thinking in a right way, I'm just going to the wrong way. Good is going to go for with two micro contract. I'm forcing the market. Guys, please don't gamble like me, okay? If you would love to take the buy, you have to wait for this low to be taken because that is the 50-minute bullish cap. After coming to this 50-minute bullish cap, then you can take the buy. Please don't gamble with me. I'll just simply push the button over here from the 50% 6 on 8 level without any setup, without anything. Just the 50% 6 on 8 level. Nothing else over there. It's just perfect gambling. So don't gamble like me. Okay, now you can think about a buy. If it really interested to give you the buying opportunity, then this is really so awesome buy side liquidity. Why I was just today what I'm thinking I'm not doing that. So like here I was thinking a sell. So there is the selling opportunity and I try to take the buy. Come on. I'm thinking something, I'm doing something else. Now I'm thinking about buy. I think I'll end up with taking a sell. Delinquency low, delinquency high, 50%, 6 on 8 level. Shit. There's the consecutive order block, but the stop loss was really so big. So I really want to take the entry from this lowest down close candle. I wanted to add, just take one micro contract entry. Okay, I'll see. I wanna catch this one. Let's see. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay. However, if this doesn't work, I think I'll be out of trading. This is my last high probable trading opportunity. If it doesn't work, I think I will not take any other trade. Yeah, I'm not going to take any other trade. Final opportunity was here. The 50% has been traded. The down close, body close candles was a beautiful order block. I think it will just more interested to go a much more lower, or maybe this low will be taken one more time and then it will start to go higher. I don't know. But this is the high probable entry opportunity for me around that area. As it didn't work, I think I'm not going to take any other trade. What did I miss? I didn't miss anything. Okay. Hourly bullish gap. But this bullish gap is too big. No man, that was really a good trade for me. Come on. Come on. Oh man, come on. Don't go like that way. Come on, man. Come on. Bit more. Just a more. Just a bit. Just a bit. Don't react from there. Don't react from there. Don't react from there. Come on. At least 50%, man. Come on. There you go. However, guys, I'm not saying this is going to work, but that's a possibility. Not a good day. That was really an idea. Yeah, $500. The water block has been broken already. After this 22 buy model from this gap, yeah, this gap was obvious, but at least this last gap was more beautiful to me. So I wanted to add more from this water block and to send to the market at least until this last gap over here. Otherwise, got stopped out just below this water block. Not a good day. So all the buy I missed the buy, and now when the market is falling, I'm not able to take the sell because this buy side is over there. So yeah, we'll see around the PM session if I find something good. But to be honest, this setup was really awesome setup, but it just stopped me out. I'll keep watching actually if it close above this candle to take rebuy from this water block again. But for now, I'm just going to close the stream. Yeah, I'll watch this buy actually. If it works, okay. Otherwise, if it really keep falling, not interested to take the sell because the buy side is still open over here. That is so beautiful buy side. I can't ignore that buy side liquidity. I have to think about that buy side liquidity before anything else. Unfortunately, it didn't work. Maybe it will keep falling. Maybe I'm wrong. See you tomorrow, guys. Yeah, it's not working. I'm thinking one thing and doing another thing. That's the problem today. Yeah, guys. See you tomorrow. Until then, cheers.